Welcome, my friend. Settle in, find a comfortable space, and let your breath deepen, slowing gently as we embark on a tranquil journey together. Tonight, we turn our thoughts to a concept as vast and ancient as time itself, yet as intimate and immediate as the air you breathe, nature. Nature, in its most expansive embrace, is the very inherent character, the fundamental constitution of our ecosphere, of the universe as a whole. It is the intricate tapestry woven from the laws, the elements, and the silent, unfolding phenomena of the physical world. This grand definition, of course, includes the delicate miracle of life itself, in all its myriad forms. Yet, it's fascinating, isn't it, how we humans, though undeniably born of this very earth, often find ourselves contemplating our place within it. We speak of human activity, or even humanity as a whole, as something distinct, sometimes even at odds, or perhaps, in moments of misplaced pride, even superior to nature. Consider this quiet separation for a moment. Historically, particularly with the dawn of the modern scientific method, nature began to be perceived as a more passive reality, a grand stage organized and moved by divine laws. It was a beautiful, intricate clockwork, set in motion by a higher power. Then, with the powerful engines of the Industrial Revolution humming to life, the landscape of our perception shifted once more. Nature increasingly became seen as that part of reality untouched by intentional human intervention, a realm deprived of our conscious shaping. For some traditions, this untouched quality imbued nature with a sacredness, a pure essence. Think of the gentle reverence of Rousseau, or the profound wonder of American transcendentalism, finding divinity in the forest and the stream. For others, however, it became a mere decorum, a scenic backdrop for divine providence or the unfolding drama of human history, as perhaps seen in the grand narratives of Hegel or Marx. But even as these perspectives took root, another vision, ancient and vibrant, began to stir anew. A vitalist vision, closer in spirit to the early pre-Socratic philosophers, those who first pondered the very essence of existence, started to re-emerge. This rebirth of an understanding that saw nature as inherently dynamic, teeming with its own intrinsic life force, gained particular momentum after the revelations of Charles Darwin, inviting us to see an ever-evolving, self-shaping world. So, in the quiet hum of our modern world, how do we speak of nature today? Often, it paints a picture of geology and wildlife, the rugged mountains, the ancient forests, the creatures that roam free. More broadly, it encompasses the general realm of all living beings, from the smallest microbe to the largest whale. But it also extends its serene reach to the processes associated with inanimate objects, the profound, unhurried ways that particular types of things simply exist and change of their own accord. Think of the patient turning of the seasons, the whispered secrets of the wind, the rhythmic dance of the ocean tides, or the slow, majestic shaping of the Earth's geology itself. It is often taken to mean that natural environment, or that cherished concept of wilderness, those wild animals, the unyielding rocks, the whispering forests, and in general, all those things that have not been substantially altered by our human hands, or which, with remarkable resilience, persist despite our interventions. For instance, the intricate cities we build, the manufactured objects we create, and the complex web of human interactions generally fall outside this traditional concept of nature, unless we qualify them, speaking of human nature, or the whole of nature, to remind ourselves of our fundamental connection. This more traditional understanding, still very much alive today, gently implies a distinction between the natural and the artificial being that which has been brought into being by a human consciousness, a human mind. And, depending on the particular context, the term natural might even be softly distinguished from the unnatural, or the awe-inspiring realm of the supernatural. Let us drift now, gently, into the quiet pools of language, tracing the etymology of this profound word. The word nature itself is a soft echo, borrowed from the Old French nature, which in turn is derived from the Latin word natura. In ancient times, natura literally meant birth, a beautiful origin for a word describing all that is born and grows. But it carried deeper meanings too, essential qualities, the very innate disposition of a thing. In ancient philosophy, natura was largely used as the Latin translation for the Greek word physis, phi sigma iota. Physis, originally related to the intrinsic characteristics, the inherent drive, of plants, animals, and other features of the world to develop, to unfold, entirely of their own accord. It speaks of a self-creating, self-organizing power. The concept of nature as a whole, as the physical universe in its entirety, is an expansion of this original, potent notion. It began with certain core applications of physis by those earliest philosophers, the pre-Socratics, who, even then, imbued the word with a dynamic dimension, especially for a thinker like Heraclitus, who famously saw everything in a state of flux, like a flowing river. And from those ancient whispers, this concept has steadily gained currency, growing ever wider, ever deeper, ever more encompassing, right up to this very moment. Now, let us turn our gaze, both outward and inward, to a place we call home, a place of extraordinary wonder, Earth. Our Earth, this pale blue dot suspended in the cosmic ocean, is the only planet we know that cradles and supports life, a truth that fills us with a quiet awe. Its natural features are not just scenery but the very subject of countless fields of scientific research, each seeking to understand a facet of its intricate being. Within our familiar solar system, Earth holds its place as the third closest to the Sun, a position that allows for the delicate balance of warmth and light necessary for life. It is the largest of the terrestrial, or rocky, planets, and the fifth largest overall in our solar neighborhood. Our Earth's most prominent climatic features are its two vast polar regions, shimmering with ice and mystery, flanked by two relatively narrow temperate zones, where life thrives in harmonious cycles. Between them lies a wide equatorial tropical to subtropical region, teeming with vibrant biodiversity. Precipitation, the gentle descent of water from the skies, varies immensely across its surface, from several meters of life-giving rain per year in some regions, to less than a millimeter in the most arid deserts, a testament to nature's diverse expressions. Look upon a global map, and you'll see that a magnificent 71% of our Earth's surface is covered by the vast, deep, saltwater oceans, cradles of ancient life and regulators of climate. The remainder consists of the continents and islands, the solid ground beneath our feet, with a majority of the inhabited land gracing the northern hemisphere. Earth itself is a living, breathing entity, one that has evolved through an almost unimaginable tapestry of geological and biological processes. These processes have been so profound, so transformative, that they have left few, if any, traces of the planet's original, nascent conditions. The outer surface, the very skin of our world, is divided into several majestic, gradually migrating tectonic plates, silently, patiently shifting over eons. Beneath these plates, the Earth's interior remains a realm of profound activity, a testament to its enduring vitality. There lies a thick layer of plastic mantle, ever so slowly circulating, and at its very heart, a dense, iron-filled core, generating the invisible, yet vital, magnetic field that shields all life. This iron core is a maw. Revel in itself, composed of a solid inner phase, held firm under immense pressure, and a fluid outer phase, where convective motion generates electric currents through a process known as dynamo action. And these currents, in turn, are the wellspring of the geomagnetic field, our planetary guardian against the harsh winds of space. The very air we breathe, the atmospheric conditions that sustain us, have been significantly altered from their primordial state, not by human hands, but by the relentless, creative presence of life forms themselves. Over eons, life has created an ecological balance, a self-regulating system that stabilizes the surface conditions, making our world a hospitable haven. Despite the wide regional variations in climate, shaped by latitude and other geographic factors, the long-term average global climate tends to remain quite stable during those tranquil interglacial periods. Yet, even variations of just a degree or two in average global temperature have, throughout history, rippled through the ecological balance with major effects, reshaping the actual geography of the Earth in ways that remind us of nature's delicate, intricate dance. Let us now delve deeper into the silent artistry of geology. Geology, in its essence, is the science and study of the solid and liquid matter that constitutes our Earth. It is a profound exploration of the very bones and blood of our planet. This field encompasses the patient study of the composition of our world, what it is made of, from the tiniest mineral grain to the vastness of the continents. It examines the intricate structure of the earth, from its deep core to its delicate crust, and explores its physical properties, the ways it behaves under immense pressure and heat. Geology also delves into the dynamics of our planet, the forces that shape it, the movements that define it, and the grand, unfolding history of Earth materials themselves. And, of course, it seeks to understand the myriad processes by which these materials are formed, how they are moved across vast distances, and how they are transformed over immeasurable spans of time. Imagine, if you will, the slow, majestic dance of the tectonic plates, those colossal rafts of rock that form the Earth's crust. They are not static, but ever so gently, imperceptibly, yet powerfully, adrift on the viscous mantle beneath. This grand, balletic movement is the architect of mountains, the sculptor of valleys, and the patient creator of ocean basins. Where these plates meet, immense forces are at play. Sometimes, they collide, and over millions of years, the Earth's surface buckles and folds, giving rise to towering mountain ranges, like the Himalayas, reaching silently towards the heavens. At other times, one plate might gracefully slip beneath another in a process called subduction, melting back into the mantle, only to be reborn later through volcanic activity. This creates deep oceanic trenches and arcs of volcanic islands, like pearls strung across the sea. And where plates pull apart, new crust is born, often in the deep ocean, through mid-ocean ridges, where molten rock gently wells up, adding new material to the planet's ever-expanding surface. This slow, continuous process, though it can manifest as the sudden tremor of an earthquake, a momentary release of accumulated energy, is primarily a testament to the Earth's profound, enduring dynamism, a constant state of becoming. Consider the very rocks that make up our world, each with its own story, its own journey through deep time. Geologists speak of the rock cycle, a truly marvelous demonstration of nature's ceaseless transformation. It begins, perhaps, with igneous rocks, born from fire, solidifying from molten magma deep within the earth or from fiery lava erupting onto the surface. Think of the dark, sturdy basalt that forms much of the ocean floor, or the speckled granite that makes up the cores of mountains. Over vast stretches of time, these rocks are subject to the gentle, persistent forces of weathering and erosion, the soft caress of wind, the slow grind of water, the patient expansion of ice in cracks. Tiny fragments break away, are carried by rivers and winds, eventually settling in layers, often at the bottom of ancient seas. With the weight of overlying sediment and the slow passage of time, these fragments are compacted and cemented together, forming sedimentary rocks. Sandstone, shale, and limestone, each tells a tale of ancient environments, of long-lost seas, or windswept deserts. Within these layers, too, we find the delicate imprints of past life, the silent whispers of fossils, connecting geology with the profound story of biology. But the journey doesn't end there. If sedimentary or igneous rocks are buried deep within the earth, subjected to immense heat and pressure, perhaps by the relentless pushing of tectonic plates, they undergo a profound metamorphosis. They transform, without melting, into metamorphic rocks, their minerals recrystallizing, their textures changing, revealing new patterns and strengths. Marble, born from limestone, or slate, from shale, are examples of these incredible transformations, demonstrating the Earth's capacity for constant renewal. Each rock, then, is a fleeting snapshot in a cycle that spans millions, even billions, of years, reminding us of the immense, patient timescales over which our planet operates, making our human span feel like a mere breath in geological time. Beyond the dance of plates and the cycle of rocks, geology also reveals the gentle, yet powerful, artistry of erosion and weathering. These are the patient sculptors of our landscapes, constantly, subtly, reshaping the Earth's surface. Wind, carrying grains of sand, polishes and carves rock formations into fantastical shapes. Water, in the form of rivers, carves canyons and valleys, transporting vast quantities of sediment from mountains to oceans. Ice, in the slow, powerful creep of glaciers, grinds down bedrock, creating U-shaped valleys and carving out fjords, leaving behind a legacy of sculpted grandeur. Even the subtle chemistry of rain, slightly acidic, can slowly dissolve rocks over millennia, creating intricate cave systems beneath the surface. These processes, though appearing destructive in the short term, are fundamental to the Earth's continuous renewal, providing the raw materials for new soils, new sedimentary layers, and ultimately, new landscapes. Consider, too, the profound interconnectedness of geology with other natural systems. The hydrological cycle, the endless journey of water from the oceans to the atmosphere, to the land, and back again, is deeply intertwined with geological formations. Mountains, born from tectonic forces, dictate weather patterns and create rain shadows. Rivers, following geological contours, carve channels that shape entire ecosystems. The very availability of water, essential for life, is influenced by the underground reservoirs held within porous rocks, or by the slow melt of glaciers perched on high peaks. Even the Earth's magnetic field, that invisible shield generated deep within its molten core, plays a crucial geological role by protecting our atmosphere from being stripped away by solar winds. Without this field, our planet might have long ago lost its life-giving air and water to space, much like Mars. It is a testament to the Earth's internal processes, hidden from our direct view, yet profoundly impacting the very possibility of life on its surface. So, as we reflect on these immense scales of time, these intricate processes, these deep, hidden energies, we are reminded that nature is not merely a collection of things, but a dynamic, ever-unfolding story. It is a story of creation and transformation, of immense patience and sudden change, of profound interconnectedness. From the birth of continents to the whisper of the wind, from the heart of a star to the beat of your own heart, nature is the overarching system. The grand design that holds all within its embrace. We are not separate from this magnificent tapestry, but an integral thread within it. Our very being is a product of its laws, our bodies composed of its elements, our lives sustained by its phenomena. To truly understand nature, in all its scientific complexity and philosophical depth, is to understand ourselves, our origins, and our place in the grand, cosmic dance. Let this gentle understanding of nature wash over you now, easing your mind and calming your spirit. Allow the imagery of silent mountains, flowing rivers, and the deep, humming core of the earth to fill your thoughts with peace. Feel the rhythm of the planet, the slow, patient unfolding of all things, and know that you are a part of this ancient, beautiful, and eternal process. As you prepare for sleep, carry this sense of wonder and connection with you. May your dreams be as vast and serene as the natural world we've explored tonight. Rest deeply, my friend, enveloped in the peaceful embrace of our incredible Earth. Good night.